We're third, but I do hope for a competitive matchup and something we can sink our teeth into.
Paula's got me bouncing off the walls. That energy right there as we get stuck into this one. Cannot wait to see what these boys have in store for us here. And, well, we are underway over towards the B bomb site. Flash from middle to keep Spinks vision denied, and in they trot. The 1x bet odds are favouring Vitality here, and the fights have begun, and Dupree just lit up Crucial there.
Yeah, the bullets aren't favouring them whatsoever. We are going to see Crucial going down, and the bomb is planted, though. Dupree takes a bullet to the face and down to 2 HP. Grenades being exchanged here, but it is going to be a 5-on-4 in favour of Vitality. Here comes a flashbang. The full retake will be coming through. Most of ENDPOINT staying on the site and ready to fight.
Oh, second flash was better there. Default player of Surreal is blind. Zai was taking down Kirby as well, and they keep coming. Nerds, he's going to take down Apex here at the time. They've tapped the defuse. They seem to be sticking it here, and through the smoke, Nerds is going to need to do something miraculous. A 1-on-4 situation, not going to happen. Zaiwu denies, and on the board with their first round of ESL Pro League Season 16 are Vitality.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an uphill struggle for ENDPOINT, and you would hope that pistol would go in their favour. Managed to get the plant there. A potential buy if they really want to. I think the better option may be getting the full buy into the next round. We'll see what they decide to do. But Nerds, there he is, managing to get that opening frag, but wasn't much more after that. Left in the 1 versus 4, and couldn't even get close to the bomb. And it will be the full eco chat, which I'd like to see. I'd like to see them fully equipped. You wouldn't want to see this half squandered by 4 spies and not really being able to bring out your full executions and all that sort of stuff. So we are going to see them smoked out for now. Apex looking to farm a few frags here at the bottom of the ramp.
Yeah, he's also got the M4A4 in his hands right here, and that's equipped by his own choosing. He hasn't been dropped that. So 30 bullets to be able to spam down range, and he's even given up his position
usually
there.
use it, so maybe they swapped over.
I was just having a look. This is his. He hasn't been dropped this one just yet. Well, I don't think he's been dropped this one. I should say otherwise.
No, I think you're right.
But I think they have been chopping and changing a bit map-dependent-wise, right?
Absolutely.
And Apex is one of the players in the team who is going to have to change a couple of his positions. Inferno up next. And the dink onto Zaiwu here is... Oh, there's the Apex swing. 1. Let's make it 2. He should mop up a couple more, surely, here. The 4th not too far away with it. He's very retro. A P2K and an M4A4.
I like that a lot. Big respect there. He wants all the ammunition you could possibly ask for, and those guns provide it. 2-0, though, and as we mentioned, that was a full eco. Not really much to speak of in that round, but here comes number 3, the full buy across the board. AK-47s. Watch out for Crucial will be the author of this squad, but you won't be seeing it too much on the T side, perhaps. And Vitality, one of those rounds they've got FAMASs and MP9s here. They might go for a little aggressive stance at the start of the round, try and discombobulate the terrorists. We'll see what's up here, and we get into Mighty Max heading towards A. And no aggression to speak of just yet. Holding the T's at bay with that Molotov. Nuts. Up the ladder he goes.
Yeah, they don't want to fight for ramp control here early. Even though they threw the gap smoke, they're not contesting a ramp. They just want to keep the 2 players of Apex and Zaiwu at bay who have actually been flashed forward. This molly you're going to see here will land towards the top of scaffolding. This is great if you want to go for late ramp control, right? So now the flash forward. The molly... There you go, you hear the window break, and there it drops. So this is going to help them establish this ramp control. And Mighty Max, the in-game leader, a bit of a geek with the util on his own accord, has taken the necessary space. But all the roos out into Magis territory they come.
So that mid control looking to be obtained here. First smoke goes down, deny vision from Connector.
B split, maybe.
Yeah. Zaiwu boosted here. Looking towards the scaffold, and Kiabi. Definitely one of the players we're looking out for here. Trying to open things up. There's that shaky aim. He does get the first kill, taking down fellow countryman Magisk. Sphinx on his back.
You say fellow countryman, the guy that replaced him when he left Astralis, right? So we've obviously got the Dupree, the Magisk, the Kirby storyline going on here as well.
That's a very good point, I guess. You don't really think about that with Vitality these days, but yeah, you're dead on.
Apex just going to peek on out and get a freebie right here. So Max had a lot of space. Like the move that ENDPOINT had there in mid to help facilitate Kirby for that kill, but now they're going to walk into 2 players on the B bomb site.
They don't really have much to work with as well. 1 smoke and a Molotov, and this positioning from Dupree, I think it says it all. The fact he might not even get a chance to mow them down here. It's the MP9, the perfect angle for it as well. Clean kills Dupree, an absolute monster on that B side. Got positions named after him over there, and it's going to be a very clean round for Vitality.
Now, we heard from the desk, they were talking about the difference in the statistics when they were highlighting Nerds versus Spinks, the type of opponents that they were going to be playing. Even heard from Maui with that little... Nugget, what was it? YOLO
Gang 420.
That's the one. Yeah, the prolific team, as we all know. And that should say a lot, right? ENDPOINT not qualifying for the RMR means that an event like EPL, this is their Super Bowl, right? It's a nice verbiage that Tommy Lurpus would use when talking about teams in these situations. So they come out swinging. Obviously, we've got Reg and the coach here behind them as well. So another familiar face for everybody at home. We do have a bit of a technical issue that should be restored quite quickly.
I think maybe Endpoint needed at this point as well. Just a chance to catch your breath, and Vitality in a very good position. Bear in mind, they had those FAMASs, the MP9s, they just won against the full buy. Pretty comfortable so far. It is Zaiwu who's ducked out for now, so just going to be resolving his issue very quickly. Looks to be...
Oh, he's giving them the nod.
He's giving us the nod.
Yeah.
We're all good to go. In terms of the economy on the T side, I was about to say the British side. We have to say European these days, but there's still some British beef in there, Chad. It has to be said. Surreal and Mighty Max. As you said, Mighty Max, the in-game leader, Surreal, more of the support rifler these days.
Yeah, I think the key trio of Crucial, Max, and Surreal, they became legacy members, I think they're coined.
Sure,
right? I was reading
fair.
about that last year, because this team of Endpoint kind of being classified as a bit of a farm team.
Yeah, I try to think of a more forgiving term than farm team, but you're dead on, right? They seem to find all these diamonds in the rough, players you wouldn't consider for a top team, but they'll always build them up to a certain level and lose them. So it's great business for Endpoint, but in terms of the actual roster, it can be quite disheartening losing your star players over and over.
And that's why they're legacy members, because if any of the players end up getting sold and going elsewhere, the legacy members actually take a cut of that. So all their hard work not just squandered, right?
It's not such a kick in the teeth when it happens.
It still sucks.
Absolutely.
It sucks a lot, especially when, let me list off these three names for you. Flames, who's now over there on OG. Mezzy, who we have later in the day, who's playing at Fnatic, and obviously he played in a couple of other teams since the Endpoint days. And the desk we're talking about, Boros, who's playing for Monty, who is a team that everybody should be on the lookout as we get to the RMR for Road to Rio. So those three names right there are quite something. And now we turn to Nerds to maybe be that next individual. Crucial onto Apex, and Zaiwu to mop it up. The bucket is out. And look at him cleaning house. We might have Eco Aces. Oh, Apex out one, Zaiwu one or the other. Not going to be the case.
Let's not have an ace just yet. Let them find their footing first. Let them get comfortable. Then we can start bringing the aces out.
Oh, he's got the nice little knife animation there. What's that knife called?
I missed it.
I wouldn't have any idea. I'm not really a skin guy.
Well, Kiabi has to be a headshot guy to have a chance here. Doesn't work out for him. 4-0. Vitality getting into cruise control here. Haven't taken too many deaths, but at the full buy, Cruise can bring out the AWP. Maybe required here. Can be a powerful prospect. I think he gets a bit underrated at times, and here it comes. The AWP will be purchased. Very fast Dutch player. And Zaiwu, though, looking very, very comfy here on the A ramp. No problem whatsoever. Nice shot from Kiabi.
Interesting note here, Zaiwu has continued with the rifles into this next round of play. He could have bought an AWP, had over
I noticed that coming into this tournament. It seems like Zaiwu is getting more and more comfortable on rifles. He's not as impactful with the AWP, but he doesn't necessarily have to be. His first bullet precision on these rifles has been exceptional, especially on maps like Vertigo. He hasn't needed the AWP necessarily. The crossfire sometimes and the way the executions come from the site, maybe he feels like he's more versatile with the rifle here.
Yeah, I think as well, if they're going to stick with this early two-man lockdown of the site, right? Vertigo is one of these maps where you can have three players early over towards A. They've just been really having the likes of Zaiwu and Apex here a little bit later after they establish. And if they want to get the rifle will make him a bit more versatile. The AWP, a bit less so. Magix will set them up here again as a flash over towards B in the early stages. And this is the smoke that's been dropped. I coined it the Hampus. I don't know what the actual term is, but we first saw Hampus throwing out one of these, and it completely changes this A-ramp defense, because now it just becomes the corridor straight up the ramp. You don't have to worry about scaffolding while this is up. It stops the T's from scaling with the Nafany smoke, another player name for a smoke that maybe doesn't do it as enough justice as it should.
Well, establishing control for now. Smoke's being exchanged, and like I said, looking out for this crucial AWP. It can be powerful. He needs to be given an opportunity. Can't find anything so far. Kiabi works towards middle. Has he got anyone with him, though? He has got Nerds behind him. Same smoke going down. The Molotov just setting up there for the construction area. Doesn't flush Dupree out. So he still has full vision and can actually confirm that no one's pushed through.
A little bit deep there on that one, I think.
I'm not, I was trying to work out, is that some sort of retreat Molotov so they couldn't go back?
Yeah, they postured B a little bit early, then they tried mid, they flashed themselves.
The CT's has got full information. The CT wasn't pushed back, so he can confirm no one's followed that up.
Yeah, now they're going to try and execute onto A. So Zaiwu flashed forward, hasn't seen a lot, but they have more flashes where that came from. And right now, to execute onto the site, Endpoint have a smoke, a couple of mollies, and a couple of HEs. This ain't looking good.
They're going for a drier approach by the looks of things. They're going to rely on some aim here and see whether they can crack the sights open in the old-fashioned way, Chad. That's what we like to see. And Apex and Zaiwu, though, A deadly prospect here towards Short. Mighty Max got his work cut out for him, but the timing could be a little bit awkward, but there it is. That rifle of Zywo has been so effective on this A bomb site. He's mowing them down once again. Oh, making mincemeat of the opposition there. They don't even get a look in. They don't really do any damage there whatsoever.
Nothing at all. That was, yeah, that's called getting blanked in the business, I think. A couple of rough rounds here.
Oh, wow. Zywo just not even ruffled by that one. Very comfortable. And we've been seeing this. We saw it a blast, especially on Vertigo. Sometimes having the AK-47 in his position. He was mowing people down, but even more so here, as you mentioned, a distinct lack of utility. Couldn't flush out the CTs. That kind of fumbled attempt towards middle didn't really push anyone back or take vision away. And walking into the Lion's Den there, and they get devoured.
Okay, well, the problem is, right, early on in the game, if you're going to go for the full ecos or the more reserved types of buys, that's one thing. But eventually you need to start showing that you can fight, right? And I think they've made that decision here. The loss bonus maxed out. There's been a couple of extra investments. Nertz with a rifle in hand as Dupree trying to get a tricky dunk in there to release the nade, but still finds the kill. Surreal over the top of the smoke. Pipped on down, and Dupree stays alive. More boosty business over towards this A ramp and just chipping away again. Zywo, the monster, in combination with the in-game leader, the French pairing. They're getting it done.
Maybe not. Okay, one kill.
That's all right, you know, one's enough.
Yeah, I managed to catch up with ENDPOINT before this game, and they were very happy with the veto, especially with Vertigo. They said, oh, we're still early days here. It's
Clearly.
CT Stein. It's still early days for sure. Vitality 6-0 up. We've got Crucial back in the AWP, but the thing is, they are really lighting up Zywo's stats here, and he's getting way too confident. He's going to be feeling like he's untouchable right now.
He's in my fantasy team too, mate.
Okay,
so
well, you've made the great choice here because he is farming frags.
He wasn't cheap. He had to remortgage the house to get the old woo, but we got him.
Oh, it seems like a great choice so far. Spinks trying to take matters into his own hands here. Bit of aggression towards those B steps. Apex, nice nade, doesn't connect. But the T's have no control on the map whatsoever right now.
I'd love to see Max and Surreal just get a kill because you never want to... It's actually, you know, a bit of a doomsday feeling when you're 7 or 8 rounds into a game and you get to get a kill. Like, you do start to notice it. Exactly. So there we go. Max, in-game leader on in-game leader action right there. Everyone's favorite.
So, the mid-take before, a little bit underwhelming, but now, minute 10 on the clock, a man advantage. Would love to see them convert this. Let's get a game going. Looks like we're going towards B. Oh,
this setup's strong.
Spink's position, though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this. This is going to be difficult. They'll find Dupree. He'll probably get one. Oh, are they going to check it? Apparently not. But there's the kill from Crucial. The all-important kill. If they get Spinks here, we're actually onto something. 4-on-2. Majors and Zywo. Like I said, early days. They need to make sure they guarantee this round, though. Close this one out.
Yeah, looking like they're still undecided where they want to finish just yet. We know Vertigo can rotate quite quickly between these sites, but you will need to make a couple of sound cues.
Oh, they're going back to Zywo. Is that the choice?
Well, oh no. Is it back towards B? So still a bit of indecision here. Max is selling something towards A, hoping to keep at least one planted. So all they have to do is trade on towards B, and maybe not even that, because Magic's is starting to flirt with the idea that maybe, just maybe, someone's coming around to it. Do they drop back? He's in towards the site. Do you bring him back, Max? Do you call him back? Is there going to be a point where you draw the entire team back towards the A side? It's too late now, and Magis has a chance.
There we go.
Kirby with the flank, and we'll get some revenge on Magis right there. So the first round for ENDPOINT, and the first kills for Surreal and Max. So on the board in multiple ways.
Well then, 6-1. This was the position they really had to shut down. Thankfully, Spinks only gets the one, and Crucial starting to land some more shots now. Still no ult from Zywo, who's sticking on that silence M4. And we'll see whether there's a change of setup here. Maybe a bit of an aggressive stance from the CTs at the very start. But Mighty Max, as you said, came into that round with 0 kills. And still 6-1, a daunting prospect for sure. But now they're on the board. Pressure starting to be relieved somewhat. Going to see Crucial looking towards the scaffolding area. And Dupree aggressive with the steps once again. Made from the teammate there.
Yeah, well, you don't love to see that. I want to see as well, maybe we have Jakey on the 1s and 2s. Maybe Rush has only done 1 game today. I missed it at the start of the game. But, oh, hold up a second. I'll get back to my thought here. Dupree's found 1, but Zywo's the interest point here. He's going to grab a freebie onto Max. Not ready for that aggressive maneuver down the ramp behind the smoke and away. So given a red carpet to just completely waltz on out of dodge.
Yeah, he's inside their heads now. 4-on-3. It will be ENDPOINT pushed back towards this B bomb site. Kiabi yet to really sink his teeth into this first half. He's looking for any extended CTs, investigating these B steps, but Boots will come in for now.
Yeah, so Nertz, we've heard the praise. Let's see if he's got the aim to back this one up. Pretty default. Creeping and crawling towards the Tetris box now. Considers quad and
Good shot.
it's going to take down Spinks, so gives them an opening here in towards the side. The util starting to team on in, and so's the rotation.
Really need this round, can't afford to lose it. Endpoint, clutching at straws, but a good entry so far. Nuts. He manages to get his third frag of the round here. Mages, though, bit of a beast in this B bomb side, but it's Kiabi that takes him down. ZywOo, the final boss of round number 8. They've done such a good job here. Very calm and calculated round from Endpoint. Got to hold on, though. Crucial in a difficult spot. The AWP on the bomb site. He's obtained where the information is, and now will ZywOo close things out? Down to 24 HP. Kiabi looking to roll back the years here. A must-win round. Can he convert it? He does manage to stay behind the bomb site boxes. I don't think ZywOo knows where he is.
He's lost him completely here. ZywOo's got no idea where Kiabi's dodged on back to. Still behind the tall box, still just dancing, still just waiting for ZywOo to make the move. And ZywOo, he's going to get the kill, he's going to get the defuse, and he's going to deny Endpoint a second round here. 7-1.
Oh, that's such a shame. They get the bomb down. The money will be fine going forward, but it felt like that was theirs. Everything was looking so promising that, as I said, the final boss of Vertigo is always going to be ZywOo, and he rotates in and, calm as ever, manages to close things out. Did almost take the silencer off at the end there.
Yeah.
Could have been problematic, but he already got the kill, so no problem at all. Nuts, such a fantastic effort. 3 entry kills here. Ducking and weaving, and this was the problem. Crucial, the AWP here. That missed shot, that cost him everything. And Kiabi, it looked like a promising position there, but I think he assumed he'd been found out and was just waiting for his moment to go down there. And just an awkward finish. Comfortable for ZywOo.
Well, that's it. So Kiabi doesn't want to overpeak, doesn't want to give away the kill, but he had no idea that ZywOo had lost him. So that's the difference maker right there. The plant's through, the buy's back, and the AWP is for Spinks to anchor this B bomb site. So I'm loving it. Keep ZywOo on the rifle. Him and Simple, they can use any weapon they want. I don't mind. Those two, just leave Spawn with something. I'm excited.
Well then, we're going into round number 9. ZywOo already has 16 kills, Jad. So
tidy.
That's the problem. That really is something you need to shut down right now. Spinks with the AWP. Apex once again taking control of that A ramp, and it's towards middle we go this time. Trying to find a weakness here in the CT setup, and Spinks, he'll be there, ready to greet them. Surely traded out, but the Wombo combo may just be there to back him up. A 5-on-3, if they can get out cleanly now, they'll take that all day long.
They have such a luxury playing this map, though, because think about how often the A defenses even felt pressured. It hasn't, right? Sure. You can just leave Apex and ZywOo there, and then once you're very confident, you can just leave Apex or ZywOo there, and then you can have 2 mid, 2 B. They had Magisk and Spinks, and then you still had Dupree on the B bomb side. They just had so much possibility to back each other up.
Really difficult to justify going towards A when ZywOo's having this monster game. He's closing in on 20 frags before we're even halfway through the half. Mighty Max, good shot. Need a lot more where that came from, though.
I think they know that ZywOo's still around.
They've got the Molotov. No, they haven't. Yes, there it is. Okay. Flushes him out, but he still wants to fight. And my God, his M4 is looking crispy today, boys. That's going to be a 4 versus 1. Crucial will get a frag in vain. He would have to do something ungodly at this point, but not going to happen. Another comfy round there as ZywOo. This is a different level of form. We're used to seeing that AWP running around the map, hitting the shots, but this is just showing the level and depth of his play right now.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good to see, right? And if ZywOo gets back to peak ZywOo, right? Sure. Doesn't even have to be #1 in the world ZywOo. Just on form, owning everybody, which he is. Then you get Spinks in the mix. You consider this team with the pedigree of Apex, then Dupree and Magisk, multi-time major. It's the scary prospect that I think we all signed up for.
Absolutely.
Who knew that Spinks was going to be the missing piece? That's the difference maker right here in itself.
Yeah, I'm a huge Spinks fan. Congrats to him on such an amazing year, going from ends to this team after maybe 2 years ago. Barely anyone had heard of him, and it's fantastic to see him doing so well. He'll continue on with the AWP here. 8-1 down, Endpoint. Really need to pull their socks up here. They've got 1 Galil on Surreal, 4 AKs around him. Pretty good utility, but we need to see something a little bit more tactical from this. A-bomb site's not working out at all. The mid probes seem to be yielding almost nothing. They're getting taken down with 0 frags. So ZywOo this time, like I said, that confidence is just swelling for him at this point. Just changing position every round, changing setups. Apex trying to sell the idea that he's just spamming for the smoke. You can make your way up towards scaffolding, but there's a monster waiting on the other side, Chad.
And he was using the smoke as a bit of a one-way there. They're going to start to fade. He can deploy yet another smoke, stall them out for another 20 seconds, and you can't get through mid easily either. They've just noted the AWP, and on the fade, thank God for Apex, because ZywOo got caught with a nade in hand, but doesn't matter. Crucial's flash works against his teammates.
Double assist on the flash.
Yeah, never love to see that.
I'm sure they were just partially blind. It happens sometimes, but still. 5-on-3, and again, just push back into towards that B bomb side. It's the only way they seem to find any sort of point of access.
Do you want some fun facts?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
about Malta or this game? What we do?
About this series.
Okay.
This is the second season ever for ENDPOINT in ESL Pro League. They finished with a record of 2 wins, 3 losses during EPL season 13.
Not bad at all.
Okay, hold up a second. Hold the phone.
B bomb side's working out again. Majors just need to stay alive here. He knows it. Ducking and weaving. Doesn't have to overcommit to these fights. The Molotov and Sphinx is there. That should be a crucial. Just 29 points of health. Clean finish.
Okay,
Sorry,
back
go
to
on.
No, it's all right. It's like we have to, you know, it's like giving. It's a pedestrian crossing.
Exactly.
We have to give. We have to. There's no other way around it.
Exactly.
What do we got? Kyobi returns for his first season of EPL since season 12, where he was standing in for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, he was only there for a few months, right? It wasn't like a full-time position. Didn't last too long.
Yeah, it was just standing in. Well, actually, yeah, I believe he was just standing in. And Vitality, this is their second ever event since adding Sphinx. So that's the list of fun facts we got for you right there. Plenty more of those to come. Well, they're provided by Mr. Ben Essio, who, here's a fun fact, was actually in ENDPOINT once upon a time.
Good point, yeah, many moons ago, but he definitely was. He's a very handy CS player. So then,
how bad can it get is the question we ask ourselves now.
Well, that's the question we've got to at this point. Unfortunately, like, we're just hoping they can get a few rounds on the board and make it competitive, but there's still rounds to be played. Like, we saw a similar scoreline between Spirit and RV, and you can bring it back, like, at 11-4 half. Not the end of the world on the T side of Vertigo, but it is their pick, and Vitality just look
They're dictating everything, aren't they?
Exactly.
Right? It doesn't feel like we've seen too much resistance from ENDPOINT. And sure, they're flashed on through, but there's multi-members here. Zywo's got one. Apex chimes in for another to stem the bleeding. And there's a third man on the site this time. There traditionally isn't. Magus, he's gone down, and so is Apex. Hold up a second. Nerds, crucial. Very low. Kyobi with the AK. Have to deal with Sphinx and Dupree now with 55 seconds left on the clock. They might have a chance here to steal one away.
Stop the presses. There is a chance. 3-on-2. The HP situation is not ideal, but Kyobi, he is fully healed, and he'll have the AK-47 as well. Orp rotates in towards B.
Looks like he's been doing some Eat, Pray, Love.
Some what, sorry?
Eat, Pray, Love. You said he's fully healed.
Sure, exactly. So, yeah. Okay, boys, what's the plan here?
Well, they just flubbed the jump. Now they just have to run in, right?
Oh, God. Not like this. Not two easy ones.
At least made the second one a little bit harder for him, yeah?
That nade has got his name written all over it, hasn't it?
You don't love the look of this.
The nade as soon as he goes to plant.
The flanks come, and they're not accounting for this. 10 seconds. It's possible. Nerds needs to get both, and Dupree, yep, he's going to snuff this one out. There's no way Crucial can win an environment like that, and 10-1.
Good try. Unfortunately, struck down by the AWP. Double digits for Vitality. On the pick of ENDPOINT, that was an eco for them, fortunately, so not all is lost. We have a full buy going into this next round. See them actually doing some decent work with the pistols, the Tech-9s and P250s in tandem to open things up. The A-bomb side really has been a problem for them. I don't think we've seen a plant there at all, or many plants to speak of. Do they just keep going towards B, Chad, considering that's the only place they found success so far and just succumb to Zywo's prowess right now? Or do they go back to the drawing board? We need to see maybe a full execution, a chance they get some ramp control before it all falls apart.
We might need a Mighty Max special here, right? He does get highlighted for his geeky utility.
Yes.
If he has a bit of a set piece that could catch Vitality off guard,
I think you kind of need it right now,
you need a tone setter, right? Because in terms of the head-to-head duels, nobody is coming out on top.
The thing is, though, they're getting bullied everywhere they go. They try to get that basic map control towards middle, they lose 2 frags. They try and execute towards A, Zywo's taking 3 down in the smoke. They can get in towards B, but the retakes have been a nightmare for them. I guess as an in-game leader right now, you're really panicking. You're trying to work out where we can even cause a dent. And so far, only 1 round going in their favor. Surreal smoked out at the start. Sphinx there with the AWP. The utility looks dangerous. Dupree, the HU will be held back for now.
Just such a luxury to start 2 players B almost every round here.
Yeah, right. You put the fear of God in them towards A. Will they account for Majors here? Great shot from Crucial. That's what we had to see there. That's more like it. A change of setup there from Majors, trying to be in front of the utility. But they suspect it. 5-on-4, and Sphinx needs to step up here.
Only a few opening kills for ENDPOINT so far within this first half.
True.
So if they're able to make the most of a round like this, maybe we can reignite that discussion of an 11-4, 10-5. All a ruse again is one-way smoke drop towards B to peer over. Sphinx is going to lob out one of his own design, and they are boosting on the right-hand side.
Smoke makes things a little bit more complicated.
He might get bopped here, Henry.
Yeah, I think he might be right. Oh, That was the chance, and Spinks will be calling for the cavalry now, and here they come. ZywOo's rotating in, 20 kills to his name after 11 rounds of play. And Mighty Max with the bomb.
Very committed. They have to finish B at this point.
You're right, you're dead on. They absolutely have to. Nerds will be trying to sell something with the flashbang. Has he got anything else? He's got one more flash, and you can see he's being a bit cagey about it. What's the plan here? Just trying to keep some CTs on that side of the map, but where is ZywOo right now? Is he still with them? Well, not anymore. Down he goes. This is the chance now. 5-on-3, Chad. Surely they can convert this one.
Everyone's just dropped. It's all just happened in the blink of an eye. The kills have come their way. dupreeh can't stall them out, and they do trade efficiently. Well, they don't trade. They just knock them over. Well, so it's worked out.
It hasn't been working towards middle. That's the key part of the map for them, right? It's establishing that mid control, at least taking some vision away from the CTs. And this point, actually getting a frag, taking down Magus. And that was a change of setup for the CTs there. This was the really important kill. You can see that flashbang from Kiabi as well. Finishing up towards B, and much better. Crucial. AWP hasn't worked out so much on the T side, but he has been lighting up the AK in the last couple.
Yeah, Magic's a little bit frustrated with that one right there, but not the end of the world. Plenty of cash to splash for another buy round, but if they lose another consecutive round here at Vitality, they have a few issues. ZywOo very far forward. He'll be able to hear if there's any boost, any extra noise being made towards the forklift room, but they're currently control of B lobby and almost all of A. So Vitality is sitting pretty right now. ENDPOINT trying to kill them with kindness. And again, ZywOo's found Max in that position twice now.
Dead on exact same spot, same spam. And the in-game leader goes down. His men left alone, and that's a great incendiary. Magis can reposition here. This is a very difficult spot to clear out. Ideally needs a Molotov. Players with quick aim will mow you down, but the boost, I kind of like it. If they can time this well, Kiabi will have to jump up eventually. And will he find the kill when he does? They dismount.
Oh.
Is he going for it?
Rejigging.
They've got time still. The man disadvantage. Once he commits, though, Major's game will flick up towards him, and it's a battle at that point. There's the jump up.
So, see the backpack.
Yeah, he absolutely did. I think they were trying to avoid that, but he just spotted up.
Well, you think as well with the timing of a boost like that, do you want to do it when you put pressure elsewhere? Because now they start to come back to A. That would have been something to draw Magisk away, or at least the cavalry that was with him. And now they're getting stalled out at top A ramp. 30 seconds left.
You know there's one player in tow, right? He's had to boost him towards middle and fall back. They can't necessarily just come in with two players. They have to wait for him as well. Smoke Tower and ZywOo looks like it is a prime position, but apparently not. Surreal. He'll open things up here. Apex might go down as well. That's much more like it. A 3-on-3. They need this round desperately. Time is of the essence. 13 seconds. Plant won't happen. They'll get Magisk in return, but like I said, just 10 seconds remaining. Crucial has been great in the last couple of rounds, but it's a lovely shot. But has he got... Why is he not planting?
It's over. It's over. Spinks ran into the Molotov. Spinks went down to the Molotov in all the madness right there. I have no idea.
That was it.
He just had to hit that one shot. So he faked it. Spinks goes down to the molly, and then he just hits the banger. It all happened in the blink of an eye.
That's insane.
So, hey, this must be a tendency they're prepared for, right? Because Surreal, they're immediately ready for that angle from ZywOo. The second one is great. That's a hard shot to hit. So this is what happens.
Oh, I see.
As they're running into the site, the bomb gets loose. It gets picked up by Crucial here. The fights are getting taken. And Spinks just goes straight into the molly.
I wasn't expecting that, I suppose.
Yeah, he just went straight into the molly and just got burnt away.
Okay, we've got a game here, Chad.
Yeah, because look at what happened. The financial situation for Vitality now, it's in the bin.
And that's a frustrating round as well. That's one you should be converting all day long, and you've just lost it in a pretty awkward manner. And the fact we've got MP9s and Deagles, it says it all. 10-5s on the cards here. They've lightly invested into this, but ENDPOINT, they still have to convert it. Against the Deagles, anything can happen. We know it. And Crucial, like we said, he had to step up in this game, and he really has. Nor the Orb, it's been his rifle. Finding excellent shots. A confusing, awkward round for Vitality in the previous, but now this is looking confident from ENDPOINT. They've actually walked away towards elevators. A split looking likely. Getting all this information. This should be under lock and key.
Yeah, this seems like a bit of a freebie right here. Yeah. So just unaccounted for. Vitality can't be strong everywhere, and they've opted to give up mid. Just creeping in towards the site. Crucial, in the meantime, has taken down Spinks. A fight towards Crane, and they just keep coming. Everybody from ENDPOINT finding some traction here. Apex has gone overlooked for now, as we'll deal with that, and it is just the one man of dupreeh.
Well then,
indeed,
the game turns in its head somewhat.
Yeah, look, I think if they can salvage the 10-5 half, they get the pistol round, they have a couple of lockout rounds of their own, great. But the whole tone of this game, Vitality were owning them until they're not, right? That's kind of how it feels right now.
Well, there it is. That's going to be 3 rounds in a row for Endpoint. And that was an eco, admittedly.
Yeah, dupreeh doesn't get anything to carry through to the next round of play.
No, definitely not. And just to note as well, Vitality haven't really brought out the AWP on Zyro whatsoever. Spinx has had it a couple of times.
In the molly. It was Magisk in the molly.
Oh, you're right.
Wait,
well, no,
what?
It was Spinx. There he goes.
What am I getting trolled?
No, he died. May just died in the molly beforehand, and then Spinx ran into it as well. So there was like double trouble.
It's a circus.
Even the play, even Endpoint were just like, "What's just happened there?"
Yeah, it's all kind of gone a little bit fruity in the last couple.
Well, here's the initial exchange. It will be Surreal finding dupreeh, but Spinx will answer in kind. We have got the 4-on-4 on Surreal. We'll take advantage of all the madness going on elsewhere. He's actually got a bit of B-side control here, looking towards
full rotation coming as well. Like a full rotation from the CTs.
And that's a good Molotov as well. That goes towards construction, buys them some time, grants access towards the site, crucial. Hungry for kills here. Nerds with a great flank. He's actually found some fantastic space here. Do they want to wait for him?
They probably should. Yeah, they definitely should.
Good shot. Let's go.
He's in. He wants to take another fight here. He's noted right now and looking for more room. Zyro will silence him, but in the meantime, site taken, bomb down.
So here we go. The final round of this first half. It looked like Endpoint were dead in the water, but now they're swimming. They might have a good chance here. The 3-on-3, HP favors towards Vitality, but the positioning, I would say Endpoint have a chance here. Great shot from the in-game leader, crucial. He'll continue to find those important frags. And now, once again, the final boss, Zywo, on the retake here. 2 versus 1. Oh no!
They lined up.
It's a disaster!
He didn't even know he killed both of them. No.
Oh, just before halftime as well. Endpoint were on their feet. But wait, what?
There's no time for the defuse. He didn't have a kit.
They'll take another one, Chad. Take another one.
We'll give it to him, and that's 10-5. Recovered half here from Endpoint.
You love to see it. Amazing scenes here. This game looked like it was a bit of a damn squib, but it's anything but. We are live and kicking on the Endpoint side. 10-5. They might have a chance of this. We will be taking a quick break and seeing what they can do in the second half.
Hello everyone, Mahone here to show some of the key tactics, tendencies, and positions we should expect from Vitality's Mirage. Starting on the T side, let's take a look at the key positions and who plays them. We should expect Magisk as the A extremity player, Masuda as the upper B player, Apex as the underpass player, and lastly dupreeh and Zywo normally at middle. One strategy that Vitality have had lots of success with is this A-pop. It starts with a simple flash from Apex along with smokes for the stairs side combined with a Molotov for bench. The key though is that Vitality pushed well ahead of the utility, allowing them to flood the site. The most difficult part to deal with will be how fast the push comes in, so the CTs will have to be ready. The second thing to look out for is if Magisk throws this particular jungle smoke when he goes mid solo. This smoke is important to note because they've only used the smoke as part of this strategy where 3 players swing up palace with a flash. Over on the CT side, if we look at the key positions, we should expect Magisk to be the dedicated A player, Masuda to be the dedicated B player, dupreeh playing towards short, and lastly Apex and Zywo holding middle from connector and window. In the few times that Magisk actually goes middle, he'll sometimes use this one-way smoke that lands just in front of the window. This is a powerful one-way smoke because of the ability to catch T's crossing to the mid boxes, and it's very difficult to spot if you're a T. See if you can spot these tactics and tendencies the next time you see Vitality play on Mirage.
Well, I think everyone might have assumed this one was over when it was 10-1 in favor of Vitality. But some very strange rounds and an exciting finish have led us to a 10-5 scoreline, 4 in a row for Endpoint towards the end there, Chad. And they've managed to give themselves a solid chance. Maybe on their map pick on the CT side, if they get the pistol, I know it's cliche, but there could be a real chance here.
Definitely maybe. I think the Endpoint have signed themselves up for a maybe indeed. Now let's see if we're going to get more like the start of the half or more like the end of the half, because it got a little bit wild there towards the tail end.
Spicy. Difficult to keep up with, so many strange events going down there, but Endpoint were more than happy to receive them. As we'll see, the first couple of kills about to come through. It's going to be Vitality opening things up, but Crucial, who's been a bit of a showstopper, he will be holding his own and defending that B-bomb side. But things are slowed down for now. Vitality just trying to boost one up.
Okay, well, they burnt 2 flashes here just to get this control, which tells me that they probably want to finish towards the B-bomb side. Double boost up towards Wood. Now, they can stay completely hidden here if they're careful. Need to do this as a bit of a circus act. Circus LA would be proud. All right, guys, 3, 2, 1, jump.
Oh, it's not...
And up we go.
There it is.
And now the smoke will facilitate a way into the side. So Apex will lob this one out. I assume right side gen from a T perspective.
Committed now, I suppose. Crucial. If you can get one and stay alive, that would be fantastic. First few bullets fall awry, but still alive and kicking. There's a little bit towards Mages, but that's going to be the bomb planted here. Advantage Vitality. The retake will have to begin. There is a kit available. Surreal has a smoke as well, so the retake can be quite powerful here. And wait for everyone to arrive, which they have.
Fading.
And they've got to get through these Glocks.
Fading now, and then they can't. Take the first fight is Magis. He goes down. Zywo's got one. Spinks has grabbed another here, and it's just Apex.
Here we go.
Oh, Zywo in a 1-on-1 is Kirby, who's already extremely low. 8 points of health here.
He's faded away as well. Did he recover the kit in time? He needs to go find it. There it is. But one bullet from that Glock will take him down, and he's got to go fake the bomb. He can't really full defuse here. And down he goes. Really limited options there, Chad, at the very most.
27 kills for Zywo.
27.
I didn't misspeak, everybody. 27 kills for Zywo.
He was
16 rounds in.
Tearing them apart on that first half. After 8 rounds, he had 16 kills. That Silence M4 was singing. Wasn't quite enough for the clean half, though. Like we said, 10-5, pretty competitive considering the matchup we have here. And Poro Kiabi, good frags in the retake there. It was a bit of a must-win pistol, and they will take the full eco here as well. Just an HE grenade, maybe an A stack or something, B stack. Looks like they're towards A. And towards middle will go, as Vitality with the MAC-10s will have full control here. I think it's a very clean round to keep 3 MAC-10s up. Could lead to a more interesting prospect for the first gun round here, but maybe that's why you want to go farm the cash instead of holding on to them, perhaps.
Yeah, and there's a conversation to be had about international teams as well, right? Because as we know, the language barrier is a bit of an issue. The round is about to end very quickly here, guys. I'm from the future. Watch this. It's all done. Told you that was going to happen, didn't I? Could see that one coming from a mile away, or some could say I could hear it coming from a mile away. I have supersonic hearing.
I'm still confused as to where we sit with that situation. I'm not even going to mention it, Chad. I'm just going to make it work.
What we should do, right, is we should ignore it.
Okay.
That's what they would hope we do, but sometimes it's impossible.
Sometimes it is.
So let's see.
But as mentioned, though, Vitality with the 3 MAC-10s, like, that's great for the money situation, but you are lacking firepower here. Kind of takes away your default prospects. You may be going for some quick control and keep everyone together, try and steal some kills away, some frustrating ones. In terms of helmets, CTs are fully covered. They're aware of what they were just up against, so making sure they prioritize those and lacking a bit of utility.
Isn't that such a shame? You know, you have to overspend on the head armor and miss out on some utility just because they got away with a clean one.
And it means they have like no kits, right? So that's the concessions made there. They're aware there's 3 MAC-10s, we have to buy helmets. So, bit of B control.
Could go very poorly here for Endpoint if they lose this round. This could be quite a quick half.
A really fundamental round here. They give this one up. I dare say the map is over, not the game, but this being Endpoint's pick, it could be a bit of a desperate situation. After being 10-1 down, demoralized, they had a bit of a miracle run to get 4 rounds in a row.
So I think Spinks will be throwing out the Molotov here momentarily. Same situation as we discussed before. But that facilitates this mid control. And Zywo, I'm sure he's going to love to dangle Magisk as the bait on the end of the hook here, as he's just going to creep through mid. The information will come through to Zywo now, but none of the kills. Surreal will stop him. It's Spinks' turn. He can finally deny, and they're on to B. Great shots from Spinks.
Yeah, that's what he's here for. Making a name for himself as a world-class rifler, and that's a fantastic little sequence from him.
Oh, that really should be the round. It's very difficult to see a way back in, especially now that Mighty Max on the flank has been noted. That kill could have changed the dialogue, but the fact he took so much damage, a save is the only option. That's going to be 13-5.
What a massive round for Vitality to win. Bear in mind, 3 SMGs, a couple of AK-47s, and now upgrading one of those to another rifle, and Apex on 2 HP. He'll be absolutely fine here, and it's Spinks. MVP of that round for sure. Fantastic work at the rifle. Very calm, very collected. Picks up the 2 kills. After, has to be said, Surreal and Kiabi did a great job. It was a nice setup, but just couldn't hold on to her.
Yeah, and I think that there's an interesting trend here with Endpoint taking the full saves on the second round. Now, I have an interesting anecdote about this. I am from the old school variation of Counter-Strike where we would always take that, but when I was playing with Azure and stuff, and we saw that the European meta or even the American meta was a lot more force buys, and I was always making our team take ecos. It meant that we weren't competitive in the second round, which gave the CTs almost a clean round and have like either the bonus round with everything, or they'd have full rounds where, let's say they bought rifles in the second and we don't get any kills, they get a full rifle round come the first gun round anyway. So it's an interesting discussion to have. I think if you're very game plan heavy, right, if you have a specific set of strategies that you need to run early and maybe you're not so versatile, then I can see it makes a bit more sense. But if you have players who understand, look, we have 3 smokes, we have a couple of mollies, we got a couple of pistols, and you use those elements well, then that's one way that you can get a bit more out of your force buys. And I think to play at the highest level of Counter-Strike, you need to be quite refined in how you're going to do exactly that.
Sonic reaches for the notebook. Not much has to be said, I would say. This is the final timeout for Endpoint. Raging there, just giving the fist bumps in. Quite a somber tone there now. They can feel what's coming their way. They did save a few rifles, though, has to be said. Mighty Max on the FAMAS. Pretty decent buy, all things considered. They do have the rifles across the board. 4 M4s, some diffuse kits here. And Dupree. Great flash, but they recover. And it's up to Kiabi now to hold the B-bomb side alone once again. These 4-on-4s, especially in this sort of environment, is going to heavily favor Vitality. The Woo still alive here and pummeling some bullets through the smoke.
At least a little bit more of a heads-up maneuver from Endpoint, right? They have multiple bodies there ready for that type of a fight. It wasn't just a Hail Mary play from Surreal. He had backup. The aggressive maneuver down towards the A ramp from Mighty Max here. There's always the question in your head, you know, am I going to push? And if so, when is it going to come? Oh, he's about to get real hot toes here. Zywoo going to deal with him. Drops back and actually takes the long way up, so Zywoo wants to peer for this.
Ooh, he hits him. Shoulder shot, crucial. He's tagged to fall back, but yeah, the fact Mighty Max even got away, he's probably happy with that. It was an awkward position. The one way here for Magisk.
Oh, he's come back.
Answers it.
They're going again. What? We actually had a bit of, as Tyler calls it, deja vu. Deja view.
Was he view? Okay.
He went with view, which is an interesting take.
It's a new one. So, Crucial does put one back. He has been influential.
Surely it's over. Surely Nerds has won the round. Come on now.
Oh yeah, the timing.
Come on now.
The timing's spectacular. The shot, even more so. Can he find a second? He doesn't have to though, Chad. Just staying alive here would be enough.
John Travolta style.
There we go. That should be the round tied up. Great stuff. 15 seconds remaining. Spinks does have the bomb. Lots off towards boost and is hoping for a CT mistake here, but they just need to pump the brakes. Everyone calm down. The round is over. Try and stay alive here. We know they've got a boatload of cash, and there it is. Spinks will get one more, which is a shame, but still a pretty clean round, all things considered. 13-6. They are now officially on the board, and it's the first gun round. Like rounded before coming in, they've managed to stabilize somewhat, but a huge buy coming in. Remember, Apex entered that round with a MAC-10 still, so still some of those residual SMGs. Surreal did well to even get one there, considering the flashbang he received at the very start. The frustration there for Dupree.
Yeah, not happy with that one. But things are going well. So they're emotionally invested either way.
I think once you're 10-1 up and you just said, right, let's just close this one out. The fact they've even got back into it, there's a conversation to be had now. You're just like, oh, let's just get
Feels like we should already be on map 2, doesn't it?
So I understand why you'd be a little bit frustrated here, but still, Endpoint, take every round you can get at this point. Like, get warmed up. The series has got a long way to go. Still in this map, they're on the CT side, it's their pick. Need to establish that economy. Nerds with the AK-47 as well. Pind is the star rifler of this team. Need to see him shine here. 15 kills to his name, not bad at all. Crucial, bringing up the rear with 13. These are the 2 names you'd like to see firing on all cylinders. Yabi, an average performance so far. Want to see one of his big plays come through.
Oh, he's just
Max.
Been naded, just double naded. They've literally just double naded that position, and Max is dead.
That's a shame. He's having a rough one as well. 4-17. getting bullied by Zywoo in the first half and continues to do so in the second.
But those ones there tilt you off the face of the earth because it's like, is that how I died? I didn't even get a chance to shoot back.
Didn't see anyone.
So they just absolutely bop me like that. Well, yeah, they do. And Nertz, it might be the individual to have to draw this one back as well. You can see his body slumped over in a corner, probably feeling a little bit sorry for himself right now, Max, but needs to call from the grave. Crucial will draw one back. HP the issue here as they quickly spur for a mid to be split, but Surreal flirted with the idea of coming through that smoke with the bullets.
He's open.
Yeah, they're not going to get stomped. Spinks down. A 4-on-3 retake towards the B bomb site should be ensuing momentarily. Look at all the utility on Magisk here. Still got a whole bag load.
He's got the full set. So,
all the Pokemon cards.
But to be fair, so have Endpoint. They've got like 3 smokes, Molotovs, flashes.
Look how late this Gen smoke's about to land though, Henry.
I don't know, I think Endpoint can pull this one off. What's this going on? A little 3-man boost?
A triple boost. Hello.
Oh, it works out. Great stuff. Here we go then. 4 versus 2. Endpoint need this round to go in their favor, but once again it's Zywoo on this B-bomb site. He's not going to do it again, is he? Magus has been put in a prime position to close this one out on 4 versus 2, and he finds the final kill for the smoke. Fantastic work there. Inventive play with a triple stack, and it gets the kill, and it looks like that was done at that point. Remember, it was a 4-on-3 in favor of Endpoint when they went into that. The stack works out, but Zywoo mows 2 of them down and did so much damage to the third. Oh, it's unfortunate for Endpoint.
A couple of cheeky kills there. So the nade kill onto Max is how the round started for Vitality, sure. But then you saw the one-way for Crucial being used, Surreal with the spam through the smoke, the triple boost as well. They're piecing all this together to look like a magnificent round, but it gets snatched away from them here at 14-6. Down to the pebbles and the pistols.
You do hate to see that, don't you? Like the fact that that sort of boost works out, you've got the advantage, you've got time, and the 4-on-2 just crumbles before your very eyes. But still a chance in this round here. The Desert Eagles are out, I should say. Singular.
What's he up to? 33 for 10.
33 for 10. You don't see scorelines like that much these days.
He's just feeding on it right now. This is Zywoo just having an absolute field day.
Full vampire mode.
He might get another one here as well.
Let's go.
Ahead.
If they win this round, you never know.
That's a free AK. They picked up 2 AKs right now, and Zywoo's low. Oh, Spinks flank. It's all over. It's all over, Red Rover.
Oh, so clinical.
The thing with the new kids, none of them miss.
He's like a surgeon with that AK.
None of them miss. We were allowed to miss back in our day.
Real walks around the knife, and that gives him his position. Yeah, he has to just fade away. Can't afford to give the weapon up. And that's going to be map points.
I wonder how Rushley's going. Hope he's having fun.
We used to be able to chat back in the day. Does that facility's not available anymore?
Not available anymore. I think he only did the first game today because he wants to overlap so he gets to do like 1 game with us and then 1 game with Harry and Hugo. But we're going to later in the week, we're going to mix up the pairings a little bit. We're going to whack you with Hugo so it's just one of you
it's just be one voice, one entity at that point.
Exactly. The people need to see what that sounds like.
I guess, we finally have to see how it works. Like, no one knows.
I'm excited. I'm very excited to see it.
Same person just going at it.
So we'll do that. I'll jump in with Harry for a cast or 2, and then we'll mix it up, and you can cast with Harry, and I'll cast with Hugo for 1 day. And we'll try and keep it a bit funky and fresh for everybody here at ESL Pro League Season 16. That's where you are. That's where you'll be all month long. Make it 5 weeks long.
And beautiful Malta for the first time. We've kind of been talking about Malta at Pro League for a while. Yeah, we've been showing the B-roll, the footage, and how lovely it can be. But now, finally, the players get to experience it for themselves. And they seem to be loving it. Everyone we've spoken to,
good vibes,
enjoying the sun, enjoying the sea, enjoying the facilities here. It's a lovely resort. And enjoying the Counter-Strike, I hope, as Dupree, even though he's 15-6 up, he can't be doing with this anymore. He wants this to end.
Let's get to Inferno, shall we, boys?
Exactly.
This is the map we have coming up next. It's so funny having Apex and Dupree on the same team, just 2 extremely animated individuals.
True.
And then you juxtapose that to Zywoo, who just is, he's either laughing or that's it. Zywoo's always laughing, he's always got a smile on his face. The other 2, they could tell a story with their faces, I think. Is this all she wrote? The story of map number 1, VERTIGO. Well,
he's not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, he might have another little mare of a reaction. Will the Woo clear close? Oh, he won't. Kirby gets the better of him. Max has grabbed another here. Okay, well, it feels too little, too late, but a round likely now for
As I mentioned, though, we talked about this plenty of times at Pro League in the past. Take every round you can get. Get your players warmed up. Shake off these bad vibes. You get 3 in a row. You make it to double digits, something like that. all of a sudden it's like, sure, we're playing its Vitality. We're the underdogs here. Had a rough game. Let's pull it back for the second. Everyone's kind of got the nerves out of their system now.
And the thing is, I think for the likes of Endpoint, Fnatic, and Spirit that we saw earlier, if they can beat, right, if one of those three can beat the other two, then they only need to get an upset win potentially against an NIP, a Vitality, or a Na'Vi. And I know what I just said. It does sound quite difficult, but that's the way through. Top 3 from each group will progress to a 12-team playoff bracket. The top team in each group will go straight to the quarterfinals. Everybody else will play in the round of 12. And we'll have that going down in week number 5.
That's crucial. Sealing the deal here in round number 22. Just Spinks alive, but no time to really do much with it. Looks like he's opting to save the AK. And in terms of cash, it's not too great on the T side, but they will have enough for a buy going forward. They've actually got not the biggest loss bonus. They're actually only 1,400 on top. That's why he is saving the AK-47. Might as well. There'll be enough for a few AKs, maybe some Galils, Tech 9s. Whether they want to try and close it out now, I would say maybe just take the partial buy here. Could try and force it. I don't think Zonic will be too happy about it.
Nah, force it.
Go for it?
Yeah, go for it. Get another AK here. They can afford one more. Get some Tech 9s, get some Mac 10s. Just go for it. Just get stuck in, boys. It's just one more round.
Is that what you'd be saying?
No,
Take a pause, lads.
You know that's exactly not what I'd be saying. So, listen, nobody over peak. All right, we're gonna do.
True.
You know, I would be on everybody.
Okay, and that's exactly what they've done. They've gone for the more conservative approach here with 2 P250s, no armor, a scout for Zywo, absolutely fine. The AK of Spinks, sure, he didn't get the cash for this round, but he can cause a dent here, maybe get them a bomb plant into this one.
I'm gonna say something. Regardless of the buy, this is still the last round of this map. Watch this.
Okay, I don't think I believe you, but I'm more than willing to join the ride.
We'll piece this one together. Can only hang around so long here in a position like this from Mr. Kyobi, even though he does have backup. A flash forward again. They're going to grab 1 and the second. So starting to clean house. Hold up, hold up. Spinks is still alive. Spinks is still alive, all right?
It's true. He is deadly. Like we said, the Surgeon, the AK-47 looking to open things up. 2-man stack towards the sandbags here. They don't have a Molotov to clear it out, so it should be absolutely fine.
Yeah, okay. Now it's seeming almost impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. I don't want to say anything yet. Am I allowed to say anything?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But I just had a bit more, you know. I thought the AK would light up some heads. I thought, you know, Zywo would get a scout tag or 2.
Well, not done yet. Maybe there's a couple of kills to be spoken of, but I don't think they'll be getting the bomb down. Kiabi looks primed for this kill towards Mages. He's made some noise. It's not the cleanest kill, but he gets it done. And poor old Spinks looking to just get the 1 maybe. Not going to happen. Crucial with a dispatch of him. And we haven't seen him with the AWP too much. Get that warmed up the best you can, sure. It's map point, but needs to get his iron.
Yeah, I guess one of the sad factors is it's Inferno next, right? And sure, you're going to try and have the AWP impact. It's a little bit harder to do so, and then overpasses the third and deciding if we do need to get there. But we have one more best of 3 coming up for you at 7:30 CEST. That is the NIP boys taking on the newly formed Fnatic.
Looking forward to seeing Fnatic. That's the team I'm most looking forward to watching here. So Mighty Max with a nice little ding to kick things off here. Takes Zywo down to 22. Fast pace from the T side, trying to establish that scaffolding control, but they'll pump the brakes for now, just trying to look at what sort of reaction they've provoked here. No grenades being expelled by Endpoint at all, holding their nerve.
I think considering how much room they have on B right now, they're definitely going to flirt with the idea of prodding in here. So the wood position has been mollied out. Exchange from the CTs over on the opposite side of the map towards A, and they're being a bit transitional here. You can see that AWP supported now by multiple rifles who are swinging out the top of the ramp. Max just trying to look under the cusp of this, and as they go further and further onto the precipice, onto the cusp of it, they're going to walk into Zywo. He was the one who was dinked early. That was the opener that Max just couldn't find, and he goes down to Zywo here, and almost a double from Crucial. They
has to hit it. And his teammate will, but it's still a 3-on-3, as we mentioned on the T side. Does favor Vitality here. Apex looks poised for maybe the next kill here. It's going to be Kiabi waiting behind the bomb site boxes. Such
a powerful position, this sandbag, for the T's. If you can get control of it, especially once you have sight as well. This isn't being accounted for.
Kiabi still has a chance. He can swing off this, and it's actually quite perfect. But the B,
I think he spotted all 3. He spotted all 3.
Spinks is actually taking that opportunity. That's the information relay, but he runs into them. maybe a bit too keen to get involved there, but he wanted to try and get that OP position, let them run past him, get a couple of kills. You can't blame him for it. The timing's not working in his favor. You're right. Spotting those 3 players, forced their hand a little bit, but this round is not over. This young man is known to clutch or two, and he gets the first kill. Not meant to be. Former teammate takes him down. Well, former replacement, I should say.
Exactly.
Sorry, I beg your pardon.
I guess it rivals in some way.
Yep, you're right. And there it is, 15-9. Endpoint looking for double digits. All of a sudden, this scoreline looking a bit more forgiving on the HLTV, you know? Like, before 10-1 down, you'd expected it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Even 4, it would have been up. But they've actually clawed their way back into it. It's respectable now. Against Vitality, this sort of matchup, nothing to be sneezed at right now. It's Kiabi, like I said, like a hinge, Chad, waiting for his teammate to get the info, swings out, and that's the kill that really decides it. Secures things here, Kiabi. Still got that shaky aim.
Yeah, it's only him and Bemis who I ever see, you know, approach it like that. But this is the thing, if it's something that's been ingrained in you as a kid, it's probably hard to shake, pardon the pun.
Absolutely. So, Vitality, this is the sort of round they do end it on, though. I will say.
All right, you're in on this one. You're in on it.
I'm doing a virtual.
Yeah, let's see.
Crucial will open things up. It's a nice calm shot there. Nothing too challenging, but here come the Deagles. Zaiwu. We'll exchange blows with Max again. Really, I would love to see the interaction they've had. Yeah, that's kind of nuts, but not meant to be, unfortunately. Double digits found. 5 more rounds on the CT side of their map pick. Not outside the realms of possibility, Chad, I will say that. And it will be the 3rd timeout for Vitality.
What's the finishing blow?
It looks like he's on his feet. It looks like he's ready to actually give some information over. Maybe a change of stance to the CT, start actually taking the game towards him a bit more. The confidence starting to swell. So not out of it yet.
That's a good point. They don't look defeated,
exactly.
Right? Even though they're 15-10 down, it looks like they're starting to believe in this one. So Zonic forced the timeout here, had the opportunity to chip in. Now, where are they opting to, if they can finish this one? Over towards A, they haven't had the easiest of times, but they should be identifying that there tends to be more than 2 players there quite frequently. Lacking utility here for the likes of Magisk.
Good point. This is where they could actually find themselves in a spot of bother, Chad. If they give this round up, things could start to spiral like it did in the first half. Bear in mind, they had that huge lead, ended up 10-5. Endpoint can find subsequent rounds if they can sink their teeth into this one. A nice clean round, find the confidence. Zaiwu looking for this opening pick, but nothing granted towards him. That crane position is empty. For now, at least. Like this from Nerds.
And just adopting another little awkward off angle at the top of the ramp, but a limp smoke dropped, and this is to help with progression. Eliminate a couple of the extra angles that Vitality have to worry about as they scale up the ramp. And Sendry back their way. We'll negate that for now. And they're staying pretty staunch in the 3-man setup over towards this ramp.
Good shot.
Oh!
That's lovely, isn't it?
Bloody hell!
Completely eviscerates Nerds there. And it will be the 5-on-4. Endpoint can't afford to lose this round. On the back foot here. And it's a rotation back towards B as well. 2 smokes available and a Molotov for a B execution. That's absolutely fine.
It's empty right now. Surreal, he has to play worried about a mid-split. So they're opting to retake B here.
So presumably he's smoking off the left and right side of the generators. Molotov in. There it is. And we'll see whether Surreal can find at least 1 kill before the cavalry arrive. He is alone still.
They really have to overstep here. They really have to overstep. And there's the flash.
Good shot.
Dink. Yeah, he's got the kill converted here. It's at least a 4-on-4 as the bomb goes down.
Let's go, Mighty Max. He finds the flank of Dupree. Zaiwu, once again on this B bomb site. He has been an absolute menace for them. The AWP crucial. Mighty Max, they have to hold on here. Max with 7 kills to his name. If they can convert this one and bring it back in their favor, all is forgiven, but he will have to find a 2 versus 1 now. Doesn't look likely. He finds the first kill up against Zaiwu once again, and he pulls it off. He keeps the dream alive for Endpoint, and we go 15-11. He actually delivers, Chad.
Yeah, he had 4 bullets left then. That's a pressure situation, right? You're going to have to hit those shots. You cannot whiff in a moment like that. So good stuff from Max. It's a pressure moment. It's hard to get fired up knowing that you are still against the ropes here, but a big round.
Big round. Huge.
I can't believe that shot from Dupree. Like that
we were
was on the
saying
fade
that
of the
position,
smoke.
you're never going to expect
Yeah,
that.
and then
Great spot.
bang, dead body getting thrown 51 stories down, but this is great.
I'm happy for Max, man. He's had a rough map so far. He needed to get into this series, and that could be the round. Sure, we don't think they're going to potentially win the map still, but now they're getting closer and closer. Vitality are getting physically frustrated. You can see it on the cameras, and now look how fired up Endpoint are. They're believing here. Their map picked. Remember that. 4 rounds in a row. They did it in the first half. Can they do it again?
Oh, we said it was their Super Bowl. Well, Magis is giving them an empty bowl right now. Just running in towards the B bomb site. Kirby on notice here. 18 kills for him. He's going to need a couple more. Stalling out towards the Tetris box. Flushing himself forward. He stopped the push.
That's all he had to do. Hold them at bay here. It's enough. They haven't pushed him back. He's actually held control. In terms of HP, Mage is down to 31. And the intention of Vitality looks like they're heading back towards A, but the A ramp control certainly under the remit of Crucial, who really has been stepping up. 21 kills to his name now. Nerds, the same story.
Oh, did he just see a flash?
I think he did. I think he did. A chance here. The flash will come through, but I like this position from Crucial. He's ready for a heads-up fight. There's the flash. Oh, wrecks him. He had to fall back. New position.
Okay, well, at least he's been able to note multiple players coming his way, and now as Vitality shows some presence, makes some noise over towards the A side of the map, they dunk a nade right on the head of Max. He's been copping flak damage left, right, and center. Smokes and flashes for the execute here. Crucial now starting to search towards short, and if Apex isn't ready for this, he's going to spot it. He might call them, might thrust them up the ramp quite quickly here to hit this A site. Crucial still wants to fight.
Oh, and is he ever? He manages to get a kill towards Apex. A bomb is being planted. Can Max deny it? I don't think so. The plan will come through, and Nerds gets another for the smoke. 4 on 2. Mages and Spinks to defend this time. All the advantages Endpoint could ask for. They just need to make sure they keep it clean, work together, wait for those smokes to go down, get the information, and swing together. Where's the backup? Where is Max's support here? Has to be from Nerds, and now just Mages. 31 HP, bomb in his favor, but it's still not enough. Endpoint are holding on, Chad, and they're holding on valiantly. This is looking good.
That was a good round there. That was a very good round. The fact that they just sent them packing towards that A site, Crucial continuing to reaggress short as well. And you could see the way that Vitality tried to deal with that. I think instead of going for the standard backside smokes, once they identified Crucial's position over towards short, they smoked closer towards the side box. They did the standard right side smoke, and they tried to get in that way, but just not enough. Good round from Nerds as well to find Zywu just as the bomb goes down.
Yeah, Nerds and Crucial doing serious work out there. AWP, best looking one we've seen on the server today. Like, that's fantastic from Crucial.
24 kills for Nerds and 22 for Crucial. That's nothing to sneeze about right there.
Absolutely not.
This is a very good showing. 18 for Kirby, 13 for Surreal. Max, we've said he's having a bit of a rough time, but so's Dupree on the other side.
He kept him in the game. You know, he won that 2 versus 1. So it doesn't matter with the frags. They wouldn't be here without his input there. Either way, look at the lack of utility on Vitality. They buy into this round, Chad, with AKs and just, at this point, 2 smokes and 1 Molotov.
Well, that's the key. If they can keep planting with the max loss rates, they can keep getting a buyout every single time. This one is going to get a little bit of a problem for Surreal. He's been run down. Apex the one hitting the shot this time. He's traditionally elsewhere. He's in. He's using the flash. He's pushing forward, and another one for Apex. The in-game leader. He's got 2 massive entries, turning back the years and setting Vitality up for what should be their 16th round.
Absolutely should be. It's not looking good here. Endpoint, you've got to commend them for this comeback of sorts. They've kept their heads held high. They've ground out these rounds, and very impressive comeback, but now really up against it. 4 versus 3. Once again, Spinks on the flank, and it looks like a good one. They don't really have the resources to commit much manpower to this, and that's going to be it. It will be 16-12. Just Mighty Max, he can't do it, but still, Chad, you've got to say, Endpoint looked down and out. 10-1 down in that first half. They managed to crawl back, get a 10-5, not lead, but at least make it competitive, and you can see that's a disheartened Vitality. They know they should have dispatched that much sooner.
Yeah, and a monstrous performance there from Zywu. 38 kills, 2 assists, 16 deaths by the end of things. And the monster's in the server, and we'll be ready for map 2 of Inferno after the desk, which is coming up after this break.